All right, everyone, get ready for this because today we're doing a deep dive into Google's Notebook LM.
Exciting.
It's this new AI-powered note-taking tool that seems to be making a pretty big splash in the tech world.
Yeah, it is.
We've got a lot of different sources we're going to be looking at today.
Oh, yeah.
Articles from tech blogs like DevX, we've got investment analyses from Zacks, and we even dug up some user guides and tweets from, some of the big names in AI.
It seems like everyone's talking about it.
They are, yeah, even Andrej Karpathy.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, he's, a leading figure in AI.
Yeah, for sure.
And even he tweeted that he felt like he was making friends with the AI voices in Notebook LM.
Wow, AI voices making friends.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
I know, right? That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
So before we get too far into it, let's back up a little bit.
Okay.
What exactly is Notebook LM? How does it actually work?
Well, you can think of it kind of like a souped-up, a digital notebook
Oh,
where it's like Google Keep meets like really advanced AI.
so it's not just for like jotting down notes?
No, not even close.
Okay.
You can upload a ton of different stuff like text, PDFs. You can even upload Google Docs.
Really?
Yeah. You can upload audio files, like YouTube links, web pages.
Oh, that's a lot.
Even, get this, you could upload Google Slides.
No way.
And the AI can, summarize all those sources for you. It can extract the key points
Okay.
and even create outlines, or it can generate those crazy lifelike podcast discussions we were just talking about.
Hold on, wait, so you're telling me like YouTube links,
Yeah.
I can like find a lecture online or like a documentary, upload that to Notebook LM, and it'll like create a podcast style summary with AI hosts talking about it.
Pretty much. It's called Audio Overviews.
Oh, okay.
And it's a total game changer for, really understanding complex info.
So instead of like sitting there listening to a whole lecture or, reading a whole article, I can just get the AI to give me the highlights.
Yeah, exactly. And instead of it just being, boring bullet points,
Right.
you get this, this dynamic back and forth conversational summary delivered by, these AI voices that sound shockingly human.
Okay, so it's not just taking notes then. It's more like having this AI partner that helps me understand what I'm reading or listening to.
You got it.
So this is all powered by AI.
It's all powered by what are called large language models.
Large language models.
Yeah, or LLMs for short.
Okay.
They're basically this type of AI that's trained on like a massive amount of text and code.
Okay.
So they can understand the context.
Yeah.
They can pull out the key themes and then generate, human quality text.
So that's how they can like create these AI podcast discussions that sound like real people are having a conversation.
Precisely.
So let me get this straight.
Yeah.
I upload, let's say, an article or some notes or whatever.
Okay.
I get my AI-powered podcast, my audio overview.
Yeah.
What if I want to learn more about like a specific part of the material? Can I do that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. One of the coolest things about Notebook LM is how much control you have over the whole process.
Really?
Yeah. You can tell the AI conversation to focus on, specific topics, or you can even ask it specific questions.
Oh, so it's like I'm sort of directing the conversation almost?
Yeah, basically.
Interesting.
So let's say you're researching blockchain
Okay.
for a marketing campaign or something.
Okay.
You can tell Notebook LM to focus on the marketing stuff,
Okay.
to skip all the technical stuff.
So I'm not just getting like this generic summary of the whole thing.
Ooh.
I'm getting a summary that's actually tailored to what I need.
Exactly. You're shaping the conversation to fit, whatever you need it for.
That's cool.
Yeah. So you can even choose how much detail you want.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Imagine you're, I don't know, a marketing person, right? And you're researching blockchain.
Okay.
You might want a simple overview first,
Yeah.
just explaining the basics.
Right.
But then later you might want a deeper dive.
Right.
Maybe focusing on how blockchain can be used for, specific marketing strategies.
So it's almost like having like an AI tutor that can, explain things to me at different levels.
That's a great way to put it. You can tailor the level of depth of the conversation.
Yeah.
Based on your needs.
Okay, that's super cool.
Right. It gets better though.
Oh, yeah.
You can also share these audio overviews.
Ah, that's neat.
Yeah, super easily.
Yeah.
Each one gets its own URL.
Okay.
So you can just share it with, colleagues or classmates, whoever.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, it opens up all sorts of possibilities.
Yeah, it does.
For collaborating and sharing, whatever you've learned.
All right, so we've covered these audio overviews.
Yeah.
But what about this notebook guide thing? I keep seeing it mentioned everywhere.
Oh, yeah, the notebook guide is super cool, too.
What is it?
Basically, it's like having, like a super-powered research assistant.
Yeah.
It takes all the stuff you've uploaded, all your sources,
Right.
and then transforms them into different written formats,
Okay.
depending on what you need.
So like what kind of formats?
Well, you can get summaries, like FAQs, you can get briefing papers, study guides.
Study guides. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, even outlines for like presentations or articles.
So if I've got like a ton of research for a big presentation, I could have NotebookLM make a briefing paper for me
Exactly.
with like all the key points highlighted.
Yeah, or like imagine a student, they're struggling with a tough textbook.
Right.
They upload the chapters and bam, they've got a personalized study guide.
Wow, that's super helpful.
Right. Highlighting all the most important stuff, maybe even like some practice quizzes.
This thing really does sound like a game changer.
It is. It turns, like information overload into something you can actually use.
So how much information can NotebookLM handle? Is there like a limit?
Well, get this. It can analyze up to 20 documents at once.
20 documents.
Yeah, and each one can be up to, get this, 200,000 words long.
That's a lot of words.
It is. You can tackle some pretty massive projects with this thing.
Okay, well, I'm sold. But is this something I can use right now?
Well, it depends. Right now, NotebookLM is free for anyone in the U.S. who's 18 or older.
Okay.
But it's, it's still kind of experimental. Google's still working on it and, improving it.
But it's being rolled out globally eventually, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Google's working on expanding access, worldwide.
Okay.
And as of June 2024, they already have language support for 108 languages.
Wow.
And there's a huge demand for it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Some people outside the U.S. are even using, VPNs to get early access.
Okay, so free for U.S. users, global rollout is in progress. Are there any, like, paid versions, like with more features?
Actually, there is.
Oh, okay.
It's called NotebookLM Plus.
NotebookLM Plus.
And it's part of, Google One AI Premium.
Google One AI Premium.
That plan also includes, like advanced features for other Google products, too.
So what's that include?
Well, think higher usage limits, more customization options, and you get, priority support.
Sounds pretty tempting.
It is. It's $20 a month.
$20 a month.
But students get a 50% discount.
Oh, wow. That's not bad.
Yeah. That's a pretty sweet deal.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially for students who are, juggling a ton of coursework and tight budgets.
Right.
So, yeah, Google's definitely making this thing super accessible.
That's awesome.
It is.
Well, speaking of Google,
yeah,
we came across this article about the team behind NotebookLM.
Oh, yeah. What about it?
Well, apparently some of the key members, they left Google to start their own company.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's a pretty big deal.
It is. They're keeping it under wraps for now.
Oh, so they're in, like, stealth mode.
Yeah, basically. But from what we know, they're focusing on, AI products for everyday consumers.
So they want to make, like, advanced AI more user-friendly.
Exactly.
That's a great goal.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
And the fact that they left Google, to pursue this, it really shows you how much potential they see in AI, beyond what NotebookLM is currently offering.
It makes you wonder, like, where NotebookLM is headed.
Right.
Like, what's next for it?
It does.
Is Google going to, like, double down on it?
Yeah.
Or will it, kind of evolve in a totally different direction?
We'll have to see.
Yeah, we will.
But one thing's for sure.
What's that?
Google's committed to making NotebookLM, available globally.
Yeah.
And they're constantly adding new features.
Yeah.
They even have that, that premium version.
Yeah, NotebookLM Plus.
So it seems like they really think it's the future of, learning and knowledge work.
It definitely seems that way.
It's not just about the technology itself, though. It's about, how we use it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we have to be mindful of, of the potential problems.
Well, like what?
Like bias in algorithms.
Oh, right.
Or, becoming too reliant on content that's generated by AI.
Yeah, good point.
We got to use these tools ethically and responsibly.
Absolutely.
I like to think of it as, like, a partnership.
Oh, okay.
AI isn't here to replace us. It's here to help us.
To, like, make us better.
Yeah, exactly. It's about, finding ways to work together.
Right.
Using the strengths of both AI and humans to solve problems, to create new things.
Totally.
To, like, really push the boundaries of what's possible.
I'm with you.
And that brings us to you, our listeners.
Hmm.
How do you see yourselves using, AI tools like NotebookLM?
Yeah, good question.
Like, do you see it as, a learning tool or a tool for work,
Mm.
or maybe just, for fun?
Yeah. Or all of the above.
What excites you about it? What are
Yeah.
you, a little worried about?
Yeah. Let us know what you think.
We'd love to hear from you.
Definitely.
And when we come back, we'll
Yeah.
dive even deeper into this whole AI thing,
Right.
looking at, the potential impacts of NotebookLM
Oh, yeah?
and what it might mean for the future of, everything.
I can't wait.
So before the break, we were talking about all the amazing things that NotebookLM can do.
Yeah, it's pretty mind-blowing.
It is, but, I think it's time we kind of zoom out a little bit
Right.
and look at, like, the bigger picture, you
Yeah.
know?
I agree.
Because NotebookLM, it's not just some, random tool.
Right.
It's part of this, like, much bigger wave of AI innovation that's happening all around us right now.
Definitely, it's like a glimpse into this future where,
Yeah.
where AI isn't just about automation, but it's about, like boosting our own capabilities.
Right. Helping us understand and learn and create in ways we never thought possible before.
Exactly.
And that's what's so exciting about it, but also, a little bit scary.
Oh, I know what you mean. It's like, where do we even begin?
It feels like we're standing on the edge of this, vast uncharted territory, right? Like AI is moving so fast.
It is.
It's going way beyond those like, algorithms that are running in the background.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's becoming something that we actually interact with directly.
And it's shaping how we experience the world.
Right,
I
exactly.
mean, think about it. AI is already, everywhere.
It is, yeah.
It's in our phones. It's on our computers.
Yeah.
It's giving us, personalized recommendations online.
Yeah, like on Spotify or Netflix.
Exactly. And we're talking to our voice assistants all the time.
Like Alexa or Siri.
Right. But now, tools like NotebookLM are taking things to a whole new level.
Oh, yeah. How so?
They're not just, curating information anymore.
Right.
They're helping us create and understand it.
It's like a whole universe of possibilities is opening up.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible.
It is, but, there are also some big questions that come with it.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
Like, how is this going to impact how we learn and work in the future?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Like, are AI tools like NotebookLM eventually going to, replace teachers or professors?
Right.
Are they going to make certain jobs obsolete?
It's definitely something to think about.
It is. And it's not just about, jobs disappearing.
Right.
What about our brains?
What about them?
Like, if we're always relying on AI to, summarize things for us, to analyze information for us,
Yeah.
are we going to become, like, less capable of doing those things ourselves?
Oh, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It is.
Some people are worried about that, but, a lot of experts think that AI, when used correctly,
Okay.
can actually make us smarter.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Think of it like, a brain workout.
Okay.
AI can push us to think harder, to tackle tougher problems.
So it's not about AI, like, replacing our brains.
Nope.
It's about it becoming, like, an extension of our brains.
Exactly. It's a tool that helps us think more critically, more creatively.
I like that.
It's about making us better thinkers.
Okay, so that makes sense, but,
Yeah.
what about the quality of the information itself?
What about it?
Like, if AI is creating all these summaries and
Yes.
having these AI podcast discussions,
Right.
how do we know if the information is accurate?
Right. And unbiased.
Exactly, especially with all the, talk about misinformation these days.
It's a valid concern.
It is, and, we've got to remember that these AI models, they're trained on massive amounts of data.
Yeah. And that data can reflect, the biases that already exist in society.
So it's really important to, be aware of that.
Definitely.
And to always think critically about the information we're getting.
Always double check your sources.
Right, whether it's from AI or a human.
Yeah. Good point.
But even with all that, it's hard not to get excited about the potential here.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, think about education.
Yeah.
A student who's struggling with a textbook, they could use NotebookLM to create a personalized study guide.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Right, breaking down, complex ideas into bite-sized pieces.
Or imagine a researcher who's drowning in data.
Yeah.
NotebookLM could help them, pull out the important insights.
The stuff that they might have missed otherwise.
Exactly. It could speed up, the pace of discovery.
And it's not just about, academia and research.
Right.
This technology could change how we consume news.
Oh, yeah.
How we stay informed,
That's
Instead
right.
of just, endlessly scrolling through our feeds,
Right.
we could have AI create personalized news summaries for us.
Oh, wow. Tailored to our interests. That
Exactly.
would be awesome.
It would, and it could even change how we experience, like, entertainment. Like, imagine uploading your favorite book to NotebookLM
Okay.
and having it generate an audiobook
Wow.
read by, AI voices that sound like your favorite actors.
That's wild.
It is, right? It's like having, a personalized audiobook made just for you.
That would be incredible.
It would, but it also makes you wonder,
What's that?
could tools like NotebookLM eventually, like, challenge traditional media?
You mean like podcasts or audiobooks?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
possible, right?
It is.
I mean, what if AI-generated content gets so good
Yeah.
that it becomes, like, more popular than human-created content?
That's a really interesting question.
It is, isn't it?
It is, but I don't think it necessarily means, the end of human creativity.
Right.
I think it's more likely that AI will become, a really powerful tool
Okay.
for human creators,
Yeah?
to help them reach bigger audiences, to experiment with new ways of telling stories.
It's like with any new technology, right?
Yeah.
It shakes things up, it creates new possibilities,
It disrupts things.
but it's still human creativity, human ingenuity
Yeah.
that drives innovation.
That pushes the boundaries.
What is that?
So it's not about, AI versus humans. It's
Mhm.
about figuring out how to, combine the strengths of both
Yeah, to create something even better.
to create something truly amazing.
Right, to leverage the, analytical power of AI
Yeah.
to boost our own creative potential.
Exactly. And that brings us back to you, our listeners.
Mm.
How do you see AI tools like NotebookLM shaping your lives?
What role do you see it playing?
Yeah. Do you see it as a tool for learning, for work, for entertainment?
Or maybe all three?
What excites you about the possibilities?
What are you a little bit worried about?
We really want to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, share them with us.
Because this whole AI landscape is evolving so quickly.
It really is.
And after the break, we're going to dive into the future of NotebookLM,
All right.
looking at the latest trends in AI and what they might mean for this incredible tool. Welcome back, everyone, to the final part of our deep dive into NotebookLM. Before the break, we were really getting into some pretty big ideas about how AI might change the way we learn, the way we work, even how we think about entertainment in the future.
It's true. And, we were talking about the potential for AI to actually, like, enhance our brains.
Right, to become almost like an extension of our minds.
Yeah, but, the fact that AI is developing so quickly also brings up some important questions about, well, about the future,
Yeah, the future of AI, the future of NotebookLM, the future of our relationship with this increasingly powerful technology.
Exactly.
It feels like we're at this turning point,
It does, doesn't it?
like a crossroads. The choices that we make now, about how we develop and use AI, it's going to have a huge impact for a long time to come.
And we're actually seeing this play out right now, in real time.
Oh, yeah. With what?
Well, with the news about those key NotebookLM team members leaving Google.
Oh, right, to start their own AI company.
Yeah, it's a pretty clear sign that things are changing fast.
Yeah, new players are entering the game. They're pushing the limits. It's exciting.
It really is.
It makes me wonder, what this means for NotebookLM itself.
Yeah, like what direction is it going to go in now?
Is Google going to invest even more in it?
Or will it, kind of evolve in ways we don't expect?
That's the big question, isn't it?
It is, but from all the articles and research we've looked at, it seems pretty clear that Google is really committed to, to making NotebookLM available to everyone around the world.
Okay, yeah, I've seen that too.
They're adding lots of different languages. They keep coming out with new features.
Right.
And they even have that premium version now, NotebookLM Plus.
Yeah, with even more features and capabilities.
Right. So it looks like they're really serious about making NotebookLM a key part of, how we learn and how we work with information in the future.
It does seem that way. But it's not just about the technology,
Sure.
It's about how we use it.
Yeah, we have to be responsible.
We have to be aware of, the potential downsides.
Right, like what?
Like bias in algorithms or becoming too dependent on AI for everything.
Yeah, we can't just let AI do all the thinking for us.
Exactly. We have to learn how to use these tools ethically and responsibly.
Absolutely.
I like to think of it as, a kind of partnership.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like that.
It's not about AI replacing humans.
Right.
It's about AI helping us.
Augmenting our abilities
Exactly. It's about combining the strengths of both humans and AI
to solve problems together.
to create new things, to push the boundaries of what's possible.
I think that's a great way to look at it.
And that brings us to the end of our deep dive into Google's Notebook LM. It's a powerful tool with the potential to really change the way we work with information.
It is, and it's just one example of the amazing things happening in the world of AI right now.
Right. It's a rapidly changing field, and we're just starting to understand what it can do.
And the most important thing to remember is this.
Okay.
AI is not something that's going to happen in the distant future.
It's happening now.
It's already here. It's shaping the world around us.
So stay curious, stay informed, and stay engaged, right?
Because the future of AI is being written right now.
And we all have a role to play in shaping that future.
That's right.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Google's Notebook LM. We hope you found it informative and thought-provoking.
And we hope it's inspired you to think about the role AI will play in your life.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.